Well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here in this space. Today I am sharing with you a mini class that I call Keep Moving. And the idea is that no matter what you are currently going through or facing today, whether that is extreme highs or extreme lows, that you are able to bring in movement. Now that movement might look like taking a deep breath, a conscious breath. It might look like putting one foot in front of the other, just taking a step. It might be leaping or bolting towards your goals or your dreams. Now, they are extreme, whether they are extreme joy or extreme sadness, those emotions, they can both bring you out of a sense of balance. So this class is designed to bring that balance back in and that conscious awareness and calm. So with all of that said, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable seated position. It doesn't have to be cross-leg pose if that's not suitable for you. And as you assume your comfortable position, just extending the arms nice and light either side of you. I'm going to be navigating around my Brucey, who's usually on my mat. So with the arms nice and easy beside you, I'm going to guide you into a flowing movement known as Yoga Mudra or the Seal of Intent. So we take a nice sweeping breath in. The arms here can start to raise outward and upwards, if possible, hands meeting together above you. And then as you exhale, diving forward with the head and the chest, crossing the arms behind your back and relaxing through the shoulders. So this first fold is all about you, paying respects to yourself and honoring who you are at this time and in this moment. Another sweeping breath in as you guide the arms outward and upward again. Hands might join, and then exhale for the hands to come to relax down. Second round, sweeping out and up, breathing in. I think I gave Mr. Brucey a fright then, reaching tall. Exhaling, diving forward and down. Now this second round is all about the people who support you. The family, the friends, the loved ones in your life, and paying respects to them. Nice deep breath in, brings the arms outward and upward. A nice deep breath out to softly rest down. Third and final round, inhaling. You might find each round the breath flowing with a little more ease, maybe a little more length. Exhaling as you dive forward. And on this last round, paying respects to Mother Nature, paying respects to the world around you, paying respects to the teachings of yoga, and anything that you might believe in. Inhaling, arms sweep outward and upward, and exhaling, arriving back into center gently. So just here, allow the eyes to close down for a few moments. Continuing along that pathway of connecting with the breath and your body. Not trying to change anything, just observing what you are finding. This might be the first opportunity you've had in a little while to just pause, to notice that you are breathing and to notice yourself. There's nothing you need to do and there's nowhere you need to be at this time. And keeping that sense of awareness with you now as you blink your eyes open and just slowly guiding your left hand across your body to the outside of your knee or thigh. Right fingertips can find the floor behind you and guiding your chest around to the right side. So just a nice conscious twist here, softening into the elbow, so that's going to help guide you around, but without feeling like you have to pull your body around. Nice and steady as you make your way back to center and moving around to the other side, balancing out, a little bend through the elbows, body breathing, softening up the belly. And then making your way back into center. Your hands here can find the floor out in front. A little fold forward. Hello, Brucey boy. Now you might be coming onto your hands here. Come over here, buddy. Or you might be dropping down to your forearms. Sit down. Come sit. Over here. Good boy. Reaching forward through your spine. A little rounding into the back here, letting the neck and head go. And then ever so gently walking your hands back in towards your body. They're going to now come a little back behind your hips, placing some weight through the heels of the hands and reaching forward through the navel, through the lower rib cage, and then upward through the chest, the throat and the chin. Taking a few breaths here. Beautiful expansion of the body. And then nice and smooth just to arrive back into center. So from here, just swinging now your legs around your body. I'm going to bring you over into your tabletop, and we'll continue here into our cat-cow flow. So again, that synchronization of movement with the breath. Sending your hands to be under the shoulders, knees back and apart underneath your hips. Softening at the elbows a little so the inner creases are facing each other. And then nice and steady to take a slow deep breath in, lifting through the tailbone and chin. A little pause at the end of that inhalation. And then exhale to come over and under. Tucking the tailbone in and under. The chin tucks under also as if to meet the tailbone. And sensing your navel here rolling up towards your spine. Nice big breath in, flowing with the time of inhalation. Smooth movement on the lift. A little pause and then exhale to bring your body all the way over. Nice and gentle here. We'll do 2 more rounds, so this can now be done in your timing. Not needing to rush or to force. Just flowing with the breath. Beautiful. On that last round, just continue to hold the downward position here and start to tuck your toes under to the floor. We're going to transition into your downward dog. So to do that, ease your hips a little further backward now towards your heels. Going to start to lift the knees just a little off the floor, but not all the way into downward dog. So they're just going to peel off a little, starting to charge up your thighs. Press a little further back with your lovely hands and arms, and then feel that you can unravel your legs. So here I'd advise that you pivot or step the feet a little further behind you. I'm also going to adjust my hands because Brucey's not left me the most space on my mat. So making sure you are comfortable in the position with your length, pressing down through the legs, down through the heels and splaying out your toes. Relax down through your neck and head and keeping the face nice and light here. Fixing your eye gaze on one spot along the mat. Breathing nice and steady. So we're going to slowly bring a little bit of movement in here, alternating between bending and stretching into both sides. A little sway or swivel through the hips and shoulders. Nice mindful movement as you adjust your body, limbering, creating space and warmth. In a moment, I'm going to guide you to roll out into a supported up dog. So to do that, come back to your center, lift a little higher through the hips, and then pivot the feet even further back behind you. Going to have a look at the space here between your hands. Bring your body forward into that space and adjust yourself so that your hands can be positioned underneath your shoulders, lowering the hips to be in line with the rest of your body. And then we'll continue to lower down through both knees. Here we'll keep the toes tucked under for this first round, sinking down with the hips, with the thighs, but lengthening upward and forward with your navel, your ribs, and your chest. Relax the shoulders a little further away from your ears, breathing steady. And if you feel like you're dropping into your back, you would just ease your hips back a little bit. And instead of coming all the way forward, just coming forward to where you feel the work, but you don't want to feel like you're dropping into the stretch. more of an invigoration for the spine. Your head and neck now relaxing, retuck the toes under and use those lovely hips to swing yourself back into your downward dog. And again, making any adjustments here for your comfort. Breathing steady, holding strong. We're going to do this 2 more times through. Charging the energy up through the body, guiding yourself forward, making your adjustments for plank position. And you can always hold this for a few moments with the knees up and then simply place the knees down. Retuck the toes under, entering into your supported Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, so your upward facing dog. On the second round, if you feel that you can, flatten down through the tops of the feet. Breathing steady, try to relax a little through the glutes. Not using the glutes to support you here. Toes retuck under, head and neck relaxing, and use your lovely hips to swing your way back into your downward dog. And downward dog might be feeling a lot more strong for you now. If this is getting a bit too much for your wrists, remembering to come down and give yourself a pause at any stage. Not pushing through. Third and final round here. Moving slowly, so Brissy, got your tail. Lowering down gently. Flattening down through the tops of the feet if you can. Breath is with you. Retucking toes under, head and neck relaxing, and swinging your way back. Body breathing. So from here we're going to bend into the knees a little. Have a look at the space between your hands and start to walk yourself forward into that space. When you get nice and close, we're going to set the feet here to be hip distance apart, splaying out through the toes and lifting through the inner arches of the feet. Your lovely hands here can just angle down, soften a little into the knees. Taking a few breaths here into your Uttanasana fold. And the weight here not only in your heels but also in your big toes and pinky toes. Imagine as you hold this that you're not just stretching through the legs but continuing to make length along the back. Chin rolls into the chest as best as possible. And then we're going to slowly begin to roll up. So a little bend at the knees, a bit deeper. Start to roll up through base of spine. Your hands might skim up your legs as you roll into mid-spine, upper spine, neck and head. When you're all the way to the top, big breath in. Sweep the arms outward and upward, let them meet above you. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to the chest, lower down through the chin and return back into that lovely forward fold. Taking a few breaths, lingering here. Beautiful, starting to bend a bit deeper through the knees. Fingers can trace up your shins, your thighs. Rolling up through the spine. As you meet all the way to the top, we can inhale again, sweep wide. Exhaling, folding forward and down. Second time to return back into the fold. And then last round to roll up gently, coming up nice and slow. This time as you stack all the way up and sweep the arms, let them just come to meet together and down to your chest. We'll let the feet slide in, entering now into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So grounding down through your feet, feeling the strength and power of your legs connecting to the floor. Feel here that you're going to firm more into the abdominal region through those core muscles and extend up nice and tall through the spine. Opening up through your chest, squeezing the shoulder blades in, lengthening a little through your neck, and then softening the chin to be parallel with the floor. Once you are there, let your eyes close down if balance allows. And just observing yourself now in your mountain. Noticing the very subtle sway between left and right side, whether or not you can bring balance to both sides a little further. There will always be movement there, but just calming it down a little bit, bringing back that control. One more deep breath in and out. Beautiful. And then blinking eyes open, relax and release. So here to end off, I'm going to guide you into a balancing position known as Vrksasana, your tree. Now this is a really great one for teaching you about state of mind, but also the state of your body on any time of day and on any day, whether you're facing hardship or, like I said at the start, going through bouts of extreme joy. So this will tell you if you feel out of balance mentally and physically. It's hard to balance when there's a lot going on. So I often tell people to do this alone, where there's limited distraction, so that you can really zone in and get into that balancing zone. So feet here roughly hip distance apart, and I like to start with the hands on the hips. So you've got something firm to hold on to when you're entering into the balance. Going to start this one off by bringing your body weight into the right side, so firming through the right foot, the thigh, the buttock, feeling really strong on that side so that you can bring lightness in on the left. To do that, we're going to bend left knee forward and then turn the knee outward, sliding the heel in initially just to touch against your calf muscle or your shin, but then get used to that transfer and shifting of balance. So again, from left and right side. Breathe with that and get comfortable with that. Your eye gaze, let it be soft and steady forward. Eyes tend to go past my drishti point, so past the tip of the nose, and then slightly downward to the floor. Observing here something that's not going to move. And then if balance allows, you can slide your foot up onto the calf. Flick your toes away, that will help you to turn out your knee a little further. But then you're wanting to meet your heel and your calf together. So those two energy points coming together to hold firm. Observe if that feels okay. And if you would like to take the foot up a little higher, you can slowly and consciously guide the foot up to your inner upper thigh. And again, turn your toes out, turn out your knee, opening here through the left hip. Breathe. Try to see if your right hip can come a little more forward, and if you can lift your spine up and out from those 2 points. Your hands here might come together. And again, breathe. Be happy with whatever kind of tree you are today. And the option is there, of course, to raise tall. And this is where the mental and the physical challenge meet together. A lot of focus, a lot of concentration, a lot of strength required to keep you here steady. And on the days that we aren't steady, it's not about being harder on ourselves or pushing harder. It's coming to that place of acceptance, knowing that we need a little more time to observe what's going on with ourselves. So here, as you come out from that, we're going to apply all that to the other side. So shifting the body weight into your left foot now. Feeling the lightness on the right side, but that supportive strength on the left. Turning out your knee, slide the heel in. At this point still, keeping the big toe in contact with the floor, so we don't want to rush into it. You want to give yourself the time you need to create the balance. And when you feel that you have that, if you would like to take it further, make sure your eye gaze is soft and steady forward out in front. Slide your foot up a little higher. Opening out, pressing the hips more forward, lift up taller through the spine. Breathe. Enjoy the journey. This side might be a little shaky for you. It's my shakiest side today. Turning out, give yourself time. Breathe. If you happen to shake out enough that the foot needs to come back down to the floor, just honouring that for your body, and then start again if you wish to. Keeping calm, keeping focused, embracing what you find. And then slow and steady as you come out. So from here you might like to return down to the floor. If you wish to pause the video at this time and continue on with some conscious breath work or perhaps deeper meditative practice, please feel free to. If your practice is coming to a close at this stage, keeping your hands together, thumbs connected to your body and fingers to the world around you. Bowing your head down here in the greatest honour of yourself and your practice today, working to keep moving.